People have, you gotta understand that you gotta post every single day, all day, or they forget about you. They had forgot about you. I didn't post 2 days, and they was like, they didn't look at the other boutique.
Yeah.
So I mean, you gotta post all day, every day.
Welcome back to the Too Stubborn to Fail podcast. I am your host, Darren Perkins, and we got a special guest in the building today. Another hometown hero. We got the owner of Bend the Trend Boutique in the building today. Also, class of 2008 in the building today. Shanika Thomas, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I appreciate you coming out today.
Thank you.
I know we got started a little later than I wanted to, but it's still gonna be a fire interview.
That's okay. It's okay.
So we're just gonna hop right into it. So being from, and we kind of touched on it a little bit in Carlos' interview. Y'all check that out, Carlos Smith. But growing up in Jonesville, how was that for you?
It was good actually. I mean, you know everybody. I like the fact that, I feel like everybody in Jonesville was caring.
Right.
They're lovable people. So it was great going up in Jonesville. Teachers was nice. I learned a lot. So
Like that small town.
Yeah, I like that small town. If I ever move away, I want another small town.
Like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So I know that we had the merge when we was in high school, but did y'all take classes at Union before?
We did. Actually, my 11th and 12th grade year, and like the last semester of my 10th grade year, I did a half a day at Union.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I thought so because I believe we might have had a class together. I think we might have had Miss Malone or something. Like
Yep.
That. Yeah. So when you got the news that we were going to be all one high school, how did that feel?
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, I feel like they could have honestly did it later for the people who got a heads up and not the people who already done went through all of these.
Yeah, because you're a senior.
Yeah, I'm a senior.
All you knew is Jonesville.
And I was ready to graduate from Jonesville. And then, boom, my last year I got to graduate from Union, which wasn't bad, but it was just something I didn't want to do. I feel like maybe if I was in the 9th grade and I knew 4 years I'm going to graduate from Union, I would have had a heads up. But
it's weird that it happened that way, but like you said, it's still, with it being so small, pretty much still knew everybody.
Right.
And like you said, he was already taking classes there. It just was inconvenient more than anything.
Yep.
A big inconvenience.
Yes.
But I felt like it worked out well.
It did.
I think mostly it was just the fear of unknown.
Yep.
You just didn't know what it was going to be.
You didn't know anything.
And then from our point of view, I really didn't have anything to think of it. Like, it was cool. Because I didn't, like, I'm not originally from here, so it really wasn't like Jonesville was coming here. Like, it didn't really mean nothing to me.
Right.
I didn't know what to expect. It was all new to me anyway.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you met some dope people.
Did.
Made all our teams better because we merged everything. So, I mean, in the long run, I think it did. It was good.
It was. Yeah. I think it was a great opportunity because we didn't have classes that we needed.
Right.
So it still was good overall.
So during this time, were there any examples, like I'm talking around high school age, were there any examples of entrepreneurship for you?
Honestly, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I did not know. I mean, I always liked dressing up.
Right.
So that was just like a given. My mom and my daddy, that's something they instilled. Like, make sure your hair match this, your nails match this. That's something my mom and my daddy done. But just far as a career, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I went to school after I graduated. I went to school for a lot of things. And still just...
Nothing stuck.
I did not want to do any of it.
I did the same thing. Like, right out of high school, I just ended up going to USC Union because I had no idea, like, what. I didn't even think about career-wise. I just didn't know what I wanted to do.
Did not know.
I had no clue. And, just going to school, first 2 years of college was nothing but party.
Yep. Yep.
Because I didn't have a plan.
Yep.
So just enjoying that
The
and
freedom.
the freedom
Mm-hmm.
and not really having much bills. It was just, it was a different time. It was a different time. And time wasted. I mean, I can say that I enjoyed it.
Yep.
But in the grand scheme of things, I wish I had a plan, a better plan earlier.
Yep. And I always told myself I would never force my kids to go to school right off the bat. I would never ever force them to go to school right off the bat.
Because it kind of it puts you in a bad position. Like you said, you end up just wasting money.
Student loans is out of this world.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's good that I think we are that generation that felt that the most, where we got out of school and it's like, I don't know what I want to do, but everybody, my parents want me to go to college, so I'll go to college.
Go somewhere.
Yeah.
No matter what school you go to, go somewhere.
But it doesn't. College is becoming an outdated model.
It is.
Not to say that there's anything wrong with it, because if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, the big stuff, obviously you do have to go to college. You have to go. Mm-hmm. But if you have no idea what you want to do, it might be better for you to go to work right out the gate and figure it out as you go, because at least the loans ain't started. Exactly. Yet. You're going into debt. Yeah. Every semester you go into a little bit more debt.
That's it.
And you don't know, you end up 4, 5, 6, 7 years later, and you still might not have a career. You got 7 years worth of debt that comes due as soon as you get whatever piece of paper you get.
That's all. That is all.
So I know you said that you wouldn't force that on your kids, but do you think about what it's gonna look like when they get of age? Like what are you gonna tell them?
First of all, be themselves. Mm-hmm. Always be yourself. Stay true to yourselves. Believe in yourself, because don't let nobody come in and say, "Oh, you got to do this. You got to do this. This is how you should act. This is how you should dress." No. The school, like I said, I wouldn't force them to go to school, but figure out a way to make money, right, and keep it going. Always, like, when you grow up and have kids, they need to be already set, and it just needs to keep going and going and going. I mean, you got to start it somewhere. So that's how I look at that situation. That's all.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that, because I would never force my kids to do anything that they didn't want to do, but at the same time, you have to instill something in them. Exactly. Like you said, just you got to figure out something. You may not need to go to school, but you need to figure out a way to earn some money. Exactly. So whatever that looks like for you, I'm here for you to help you through that. Exactly. Of course, we do want to set our kids up differently from us, as far as like savings and whatever you're doing to put money aside for their future. That's what we do, because a majority of people don't have anything when they come out. Exactly. So that forces you to either get a job, or that financial aid looks real good when you ain't never had $5,000 at one time.
That's it. That's it. It'll get you. It'll get you.
$5,000 to $10,000 at one time, and now it's like, I can squeeze this out for more time. Right. And then, but at the end of the day, it's a different time. It's other options. Exactly. It's other options, and I do like, having a business. Your children can see that there's something else. Yep. At a young age, that it's already in their mind that school may not be, although school is important, it may not be. It's not the only option. It's not the only option. Right. And that's the biggest thing that the youth need to know, and it would have been nice for us to know. I wish somebody would have told me. It would have been nice to know before we signed on them dotted lines. But not to take anything, like I said, not to take anything away from college, because college is important. Right. The experience of meeting new people, enjoying yourself. You gotta have some kind of fun. Gotta have some kind of fun, right? But at the same time, just having a clear plan is everything. Everything. Because I know, for me, like I just can't say it enough. I just did not have a plan coming out of high school. I didn't either. And it set me up. it really set me up because I mean I thought that I might have wanted to do something, and then you try it, and then next thing you know, you got 2 semesters gone, and you don't even want to do that.
Don't have a clue.
So now you got to change everything.
Everything.
And there's another 2 semesters, and a lot of people not graduating in 4 years.
And I graduated just with 2022. Mm-hmm. I graduated, I want to say 2021, 2020, the end.
Yeah.
But I went to school for how many years?
Right.
I'm 32 now. Right. So, I mean, I wasted all that time just to get an associate's. Mm-hmm. I mean, to get a job, a good paying job. But, yeah, it was just a waste to me. Mm-hmm. And I could have waited and went to school at 30. Right. I could have just...
but you would have had a plan at that point. Yes. So you can knock, you might even be able to knock it out in 2 years and be in a different place. Mm-hmm. But, it's all a part of the journey. It's all a part of it. And as long as we don't help keep that going. Exactly. With our kids, just to know, tell them what not to do.
What not to do, mm-hmm. That's right.
It's just as important.
Right from wrong.
Yeah. Yep. And it's just as important as telling them what to do. So I know you spoke on fashion and the love for fashion. What made you want to turn that into a business? And when did you think, this is going to be, I'm going to turn this into a business?
Honestly, I used to dress up. I used to party a lot. Mm-hmm. We talked about that. Yeah. So I used to get a lot of people like, oh, you can dress to be a big girl. Mm-hmm. They used to say it all the time. Yeah. I mean, everywhere I went. Or I get people, can I wear that? Or can I borrow this? Can I borrow that? And then I was like, I wish I could just get a boutique without having the money. Right. So then I finally started working at a plant in Georgia Pacific. Mm-hmm. And I was working a lot of hours. Yeah. I mean, 12 hours, 7 days. And when I say I was making money, I didn't have time to spend it. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to start a business. And I kept saying it. I looked over the internet and tried to figure out how to do it. And then I talked to an old friend, our classmate, Jasmine Gore. Okay. And she was like, well, I know some people and I'm going to look into it for you. Then I'm going to get back into it, in touch with you. And she kind of came back and somebody had paid. Well, actually, she paid for like a startup type thing for a business. Mm-hmm. And she gave it to me for free.
Wow. Hey, shout out to Jazz.
So she believed in me, basically. Shout out to Jazz. And it was just a startup. I had to do all the work. Right. So once I went through these like vendors and how to get your license and what you need first and the steps into starting a business, it took me a year. Mm-hmm. It took me a whole year to find the right vendor, putting in the money, because it takes a lot of time. People think, oh, you could just, somebody give you this, and then you just know, because the quality might be right. There might be scammers. I done got scammed out so much money.
Because your name is on the line.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then finally, I got the money, saved up, $1,500 all it took. Mm-hmm. I took $1,500, invested in, not including the little fees, the license, just vendor clothes and stuff. Mm-hmm. I took $1,500, got me a box of clothes, went through it, and I was like, I like this vendor. Okay. And I was like, well, let me go on Clubhouse. Clubhouse came about. Mm-hmm. It's the Small Business Administration in Greenville. Mm-hmm. It's a lady named Katrina Minks. She talked to me about a couple of things, like how you should set your price markets, and I will call her still to this day and talk to her about certain things because she ran a business before. Okay. And I started doing that and how to set my prices. And then I just got my city license. I forgot what it's called. But like you can sell out your trunk. Like a peddler's license. And I just started selling off the street basically, and it took off. Wow. It took off. Like I was getting like people.
So how did that feel when you started to see like people actually want this?
I didn't believe it. Honestly, I was like, dang, I just made such money like in 2 days. Yeah. I was like, what in the world? And I'm from Jonesville. Mm-hmm. I'm not from Union, so I really didn't think people knew me like that. Mm-hmm. Or I didn't know if they cared for me, or how would they feel? Like a lot of people don't know. That's the first thing people say, or they're gonna shop at me. Are you popular? Yeah. So that's what they say. Unpopular people don't get the business. Which I didn't think I was popular. I think I was just a regular person trying to make a business. Right. And it got to the point where I had like 10 people in my house. And I was like, oh, I can't do this.
Right.
I can't do this. I got clothes everywhere. I'm trying to have money. I'm trying to make sure people ain't stealing. You know, it was just a lot. And then, it just started. It was moving so fast. It was moving really, really fast to the point where I was like, I got to get me a building.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we at this point before you get the building, and are you doing this all by yourself?
All by myself.
Man.
All by myself. My sister would come over and help me because it really got out of hand. She would come over and sort out, maybe just take money. And then I started investing into like Square, little things you stick in your phone, because I really was just doing cash handling, cash out. Then I was like, okay, let me do Square. And I was like, well, let me go get my LLCs because I only had a peddler's license. Right. So I got my LLCs. Now it's a legit business. Like, you know, you have the EIN number, you know. So taxes. So now I got paperwork. So it just started getting harder and harder and harder. And still I'm in my house. I couldn't do it. And I was like, not focused on more of the clothes no more. I was focused on basically how to run this business. I didn't know what I was doing.
And you're still working a full-time job.
And I'm still working a full-time job.
So we at this point where, like, what was the process like of finding your spot?
Whew, it was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. That was probably the hardest because I'm a startup person, meaning I can't pay this a lot of money every month.
Right.
Or I'm gonna go broke. I'm not gonna be able to
afford. That rent ain't no joke.
Exactly. And everybody that I was looking into for a building was 1,000 and up.
Right.
And I know I could not.
Which means that you had to make over that in order
to see a profit. Right. You got bags that you gotta, have. I like little stuff to make your business look legit. Right. So I couldn't afford it. So it was rough. It took me. I started at the end of 2019. I didn't get my place until 2021. It took that long.
So that was a long process.
It was hard. So it was very hard.
What was that feeling like when you were able to be like, you know what, this is the place? How did that feel?
It felt great. I went down to Nixon Center, and he had a place down there by the Japanese place Narata's on the bypass, and it was carpet, but it was exactly what I wanted, but just carpet. Right. And I was like, So I settled for it. I was like, okay, give me this. And then he called me back like 2 weeks later and was like, oh, we just had a spot come up in Buffalo. It's a lot more traffic. You need that foot traffic or that driving traffic, for people to see you. And he was like, I got a spot, hardwood floors. It's just empty. Like just no cubicles, nothing you can tear down. Right. Not too much work you got to do. He was like, it'll be ready in about 2 months. But you have to put a deposit down today. Of course. So I put the deposit down, and that secured me down. It was like $500. It wasn't that much. And but then I didn't think about, I have to go in and paint. I have to go in and get rats. It was so much other stuff. It took me 3 more months. Mind you, I'm paying rent now.
At the same time.
And I'm still working, and I'm still selling out my house.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Oh, man. So you basically got 2 full-time jobs at this point. Oh, man. That's a lot.
It was crazy.
So do you have any tips for anybody who wants to go follow in your footsteps as far as what are 3 things that they need to start a boutique? Or maybe not necessarily 3 things. Just what are some things that they might need?
Number 1, believe in yourself that you can do it. Number 2, confidence that you got it. Like, I don't know. I guess it's the same thing as believing in yourself. You gotta have the funds.
Right.
You gotta have the funds. And it don't take much. Like I said, I started $1,500 and it took off. But to keep it going, you gotta know how to manage your money. So the funds, organization, time scheduling, all of that comes into play. And it's okay to ask questions.
Right.
I reached out to so many other boutiques. I reached out to Clubhouse is was great for me.
That deal.
It was, listen, I would be cleaning my house and have my AirPods in, listen to like it was like these boutiques rooms. And they was telling you, they weren't like really giving out a lot of information, but it was just stuff that you would need to know. Right. Like with marketing, people you gotta understand that you gotta post every single day, all day, or they forget about you. They had forgot about you. I didn't post 2 days, and they was like, they done looked at the other boutique. Yep. So I mean, you gotta post all day, every day. And I take my breaks because it's overwhelming. It's another job. Yeah. But yeah, posting, time, scheduling, your funds, believing in yourself, and not being scared to ask questions. I don't mind telling people how I started or what I did. Now, I don't give out my vendors and nothing that, but I don't mind telling you what I did to get where I'm at or who helped me.
And then you can find the rest out yourself.
Because I had to work.
Yeah, and you can't skip that process.
Right.
Like there is no easy way to start a business.
Exactly.
At some point, you got to figure some stuff out by yourself. And like you said, it's good to have those people that you can reach out to and lean on when you really just don't know.
Exactly.
But there is really no substitute for learning some things the hard way.
Telling you, I'm still messing up.
Yeah,
I'm still messing up, and I be like, oh, well, I know not to do that next year. I know not to do that next year. Like, I still mess up. I still make errors. It's a lot of stuff that I'm working on still.
Because you knew.
And I look up to other boutique owners. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to be like that, you know. But it takes time.
Yep. And you'll never get there if you quit.
Don't quit. Don't quit.
So, I know you said, you're a business owner now at this point, starting a boutique. But now you got another hat of content creating. How has that process been for you?
It's learning. I'm still learning. I get on Instagram daily to look at other, like the famous, to see what they're doing, what's the trends. You have to keep up on that stuff. Shout out Darrell. Darrell is a major, major, major help to me because he is the GOAT when it comes to this is how you do this. This is how you get followers. This is how you post. This is how you tag. He knows the little bitty stuff. Like we might go on and post a picture, but no, you have to actual tag this and hashtag this. One of the Clubhouse moderators told me that a successful business or person to grow on Instagram post 10 times a day, go live 2 times a day. Their story is constantly running with stuff like maybe every hour. Really just on Instagram, but Facebook is the same thing. You post almost 10 times a day. You should go live 2 times a day, if not once a day. Your story should be constantly running. And if you have a business page, your business page should be nothing but your product. Nothing but business. Should nothing be on there
out of the way.
Your personal should be personal. So if you got a business, you're trying to run it from your personal, you can post on your personal. Because I'm pretty sure you started, you got more followers, but your business should be straight business. Because when somebody go look up your business name, they're going to go to that page. They don't care about you. They want to see what you got. So I try to take that into consideration, but that's hard. Going live twice a day, posting 10 times a day, and you still working.
So do these people talk about having a team as far as that's concerned?
Yes. When you get big, you shouldn't even be working. You shouldn't even be. I like to model my clothes, but as you get bigger, you shouldn't be doing it. You should be in the back handling paperwork or the money. You should never be on the front side of it. But I mean, you got to grow to get there. So I'm at the bottom right now. So
you everything.
Yeah, I'm everything. I'm all I got. But they say you should have a team, one for this, one for that. But they also show you in Clubhouse or talk to you about in Clubhouse about how to use what you got. You don't have to go spending all this unnecessary money if you don't have it to get where you got to go. Because it's really just how it looks once it's presented. It ain't what you did behind the scenes to get there. So it's a lot of stuff that I can go to Family Dollar and do or get this to make it look like this. But it takes a lot. You need a team. Sometimes I be like, I'm about to just cry. I'm about to just cry. I can't do this all day. I get on Instagram, click off Instagram, go to my personal page, click on personal page. So I got business personal on Instagram, business personal on Facebook. Then I get on TikTok. Then I get on Twitter.
Now I already know what you're thinking. Where can I get the merch? I'm glad you asked. You can find it at toostubborntofail.com. That's toostubborntofail.com. All right, now let's get back to the show.
Then you get on Snapchat. God. Yeah. Plus, I forgot I got to go over here and take my child a bath and do homework. It's a lot. So, keep going. Whoever, I know you probably want to cry. Whoever it is out there, I mean, you just got to keep going. And don't look at what nobody else doing. Because that's a lot of things I look at, be like, gosh, I wish I was there. But you can't look at that. Because you'll get there.
And I think one important thing that people don't realize is just because it looks good on social media don't mean that it's really happening.
Exactly.
Like it's easier to look like everything's great, you know, and some people just want to post all the great, good stuff and make it seem like this is everyday life.
Exactly.
But you know, in reality, there are some hard days. There's some days that make you just want to give up the whole thing. But you know, in that, we all have to keep in mind that, you know, if it's happening to you, it's happening to them too.
Exactly.
They're just not showing it.
And they probably done surpassed it.
Right.
So
but even on some level, they still going through. It's never going to be 100%, you know,
perfect
easy or perfect. So yeah, that definitely is something to keep in mind when you in your journey of building a brand.
Exactly.
So with that, you know, it takes consistency, but it also takes confidence to say, you know, I'm building this brand.
Exactly.
I'm going to post this every day. Every day or every other day or whatever your schedule is, I'm going to stick to that schedule. And then, you know, it's probably happened to you where you might miss a time where you were supposed to and you feel guilty about
it. I do. I do. Like I just have my bad days and I don't be in the mood or I don't feel like it. And I be like, gosh, I should have posted all that week and I didn't. Because I was probably handling something at home or like I said, I didn't feel good, but you have to post. If you land in the bed, post.
Right.
If you getting up in the morning, you get on the phone, you can scroll Facebook and write statuses and you can post about your business.
Yeah.
You know, and with the thing what you said about people, you know, the people you're looking at having bad days, they just don't show it because you're just looking at social media. They're working also.
Yes.
You got to realize when they putting all this stuff out there, they're still working to get to a goal that they have set.
Right.
So, I mean, that's why I say I kind of, if you have to, block everything out and just look at your page and just keep posting and posting and posting. I gain a new customer every time I post.
Hey, that's what it's all about.
Every time I post.
That is what it's all about.
Every single time I post.
That's big. That's big. So when you got your first customer off of a post, how did that feel?
It felt great.
Yeah.
It felt great. Because the hardest thing is getting people to share your stuff. A lot of folks in your hometown or people you know, they don't share. And that was a hard pill for me to swallow. I'm like, why are they not sharing my stuff? But it's always that one person that you don't know that shared your stuff. And they got people that you don't know. And they came and I think they bought from me online. And so that's whole nother ball game. In Clubhouse, they tell you how your packages should be. The presents, like, you know, how you present it. Yeah. And I don't think I had it together. Because I didn't have it together. I think I just had it to the point where like she'll get her stuff, you know, but it wasn't all nice and wrapped up. And she came back. And to this day, she shops faithfully.
Hey, see, that's you gave her good customer service.
Yep.
And that's another part that people don't take in mind, because you can have the dopest merchandise, the best tasting food, but if you don't treat people right, they're not gonna come back anyway.
Got to be nice.
Yes.
No matter what it is, I don't care if they calling you every name in the book, if they throwing stuff at you, you have to be nice. You have to be. It'll pay off in the
end. Yes. So what are some of the things that you, as far as packaging, what have you learned about packaging?
You need the inserts. Your name, your logo, address. It's always good because I know when I first started, I didn't have the funds to have little gifts, but I throw in little gifts now of some sort to make them want to come back. Oh, she gave me some lashes, or she gave me some false nails.
Like something that they didn't buy.
They didn't buy, like a little gift, or it could be a little keychain. And I see a lot of people doing it now, but just throw something of appreciation for shopping with you. Bags. I still haven't got my bags to where I want them to be, but I go on TikTok and this is one hair lady that she sells. She makes everything by buying little knick-knack stuff to make it. So like she makes her paper with her logos on them, but she went and got a stamp with her logo on it and she stamps her papers. Now her papers look like the things that you buy. It's crazy. I'm telling you, TikTok and Pinterest, all of that stuff. Etsy, I go on there and talk to some people, and they do a lot of things with packaging and labels and stuff. But Amazon, I don't know. I'm still learning. Yeah, I'm still learning. And I'll be like looking at what they're doing. I'll be like, I can do that. And I might go buy it and try it out. But the basics I do, I got paper bags. And when you come in and shop with me, that part is perfect. It's just my shipping that I'm working on right now.
That's hard. I'm trying to figure that out myself.
I'm gonna get there.
I got, like you said, you have a process, but it's always something that you can make better.
Make better, yep.
And as long as you still thinking about making it better, you're on the right track. You know, because you look up 2-3 years from now and compare it to when you started,
you'll be like,
and you'll be embarrassed. You almost be embarrassed to look at your own stuff. Just from that little bit of time. But I mean, you had to learn how to do it.
You had to learn. Because ain't nobody going to come out and tell you, hey, do it like this. So, yeah.
Plus, you had to put your own spin on it.
Exactly. Anyway. You don't want to look like nobody's.
Right.
You copy them. So, yeah, you're right.
So, do the kids help out in the business at all?
Not my son. No. He'll come over and he might do a little net. He's not into anything girly. But my daughter, yes. She's there with me 24/7. Or she's maybe with her daddy. But she helps clean windows. She might package something. I help her package something. Basically, she helped me clean a lot. She loved to do that. So, yeah, she help out with that. But she's only 5. Right. So she can't do too much. So.
Hey, but I mean, like we said earlier, just seeing that, you know, mommy owns a business. Like, that's all she knows.
That's all she knows.
So, and that's big.
Every single day. She said, we're going to the shop today? Every single day. I'm like, no, we resting today.
Dang, that's big. So, I mean, I know you said that your son isn't showing interest. Is it just because it's a women's boutique?
I think so. Yeah. I think so. Because it's all pink in there and it's girly. It's nothing for him to... he's not excited about nothing. He don't want to be there. Women coming in and out. Like, just take me home. Yeah, just take me home. He'll tell me, can I go home? So yeah, he's not into it. But I do tell him, I have spoken with him about, you know, if I was to die today, I need you to help your grandma because I'm pretty sure I would leave it to my grandmother or my sister. You got to come over here and run this because this would be in your name. Right. Even though you don't want to be here, this would be yours or your sister's whenever she grow up. Right. But this is yours. So he'll get it one day. He's still young.
Did you ever, have you ever mentioned to him, like, it doesn't have to be just women clothes?
Yeah, no, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Because that might bring him around.
It might bring him around. I get a lot of people, men, asking, why don't I have men clothes? But like I said, it took me a year to find.
It's a process.
Yeah, just that vendor. So, and then you don't want to sell just anything.
Right.
So it would take me a little while to find some nice men clothing, even if it's for plus.
Cost more.
It does.
Women clothes. Y'all can have some dope stuff and it not cost that much. Yeah. Men, we just don't have them same
it's
prices.
Heavy duty.
We don't have them same prices. Now, I mean, men and they didn't start wearing some tight stuff these days, but still, even with that, the price ain't gone down. It's still the same as the big stuff that we used to wear back in the day.
Right. That's funny.
So now that we have the business, I know that we talked a little bit off camera about what are some of the weekly sales that you do from time to time?
Weekly sales. I don't really look into my weekly sales because I don't want to get discouraged.
But I mean, like as far as like a discount or something like that.
Oh, like sales. That? Okay. So on Fridays, Saturdays, I do like $15, $5 and $10 buckets. So the $5 and $10 buckets is every day. But the $15, I add stuff every weekend. So you may come in this weekend and you be like, well, this one here last weekend because I just added it. Because I'm always getting new stuff in, so I can take stuff off the floor and mark it down, especially if it's off season. So right now I have a lot of winter stuff and spring is coming in. So fall and winter stuff by summertime it will all be marked down. But yeah, it's still cold, so I don't have it all marked down yet. So yeah, I have sales every Friday and Saturday. $15, $5, $10. Everything is different. And I get new arrivals every single Wednesday. Every single Wednesday. It may not be closed. Right. Like but I think it's something. So like this week I got pocketbooks. Last week I got earrings and necklaces. Week before that I got sunglasses. So I do big orders, but I stick to one thing. Right. So I kind of rotate them out. And then I don't like to re-up on things till I sell out. So, that's a good practice. Yeah, every Wednesday I have new arrivals. So you got to come every week. Yeah. You got to come every week. You're going to see something new every week. And I changed my store around. I don't know if other boutiques does this, but one of the moderators that I talked to in Clubhouse, you have to change your store around every single week. Because they walked in and they looked at the specific. Some people do this. I didn't believe it. They come in, they go straight to a certain spot. They don't look. Nope. Don't look at nothing else. They go straight to the middle, or they go straight to the back, or they go straight to the side. Then I'm moving around. They be like, I didn't see this last week, and it's been in here for a month. Yeah. So yeah, I change the store around every single week. How long does that take to like rearrange things? I go on the off day. Okay. I have to go on the off day. It take 2 hours. Because I take everything off the rack, then move something. Yeah, it takes about 3 hours. Hey, you own a business. And you working it from it. Doesn't sound like to me. It's keeping you busy. It is. So do you have any plans for like any expansion of anything? You want to add anything? I do, but I don't want to talk about it. Okay, we're gonna say that for another one. Then. It's something I've been wanting to do. It's actually what I wanted to have in the beginning. Okay. But I had to, I couldn't do it because I didn't have the funds, and it's gonna be where I can't work. I'm excited about this. We gotta come back and talk about it. It will be in Union if I can ever get it in place and do what I want. When you get it, in place. When I get it, exactly. And it'll be basically a one-stop shop. Okay, so we're going to have you back on. Y'all stay tuned because it sounds like we got some big things coming. It's just a matter of time. Right. So that's one of my biggest goals. Okay. Man, I can't say enough how, like, I'm proud of you. Well, thank you. Just to, we went to high school together and, just to see how you've grown since then and, owning a business while still working a full-time job. And coming home to a full-time job of motherhood, like, explain how that is. Just trying to balance all that. I cry a lot. Yeah. I'm a big baby. So I call my friends and I just be crying. They be like, you got this, girl. If you don't get your act together, you'll be all right. But I cry a lot. And then I wake up and just gotta put my mommy pants on. Yeah. So it is what it is. I'm gonna get through it, and I'm still figuring it out because I do need some help, but it'll come. Me and my mama, we talk about the things that I need help with. I can't be in two places at one time. Impossible. It's impossible. Like I want my kids in sports next year. Right. So that's what I'm stressing me out because I'm like, how am I going to run this business from 5 to 7:30 Wednesday through Saturday, and then all day Saturday, but be at the sports and at the games, and I ain't gonna be able to do it. Because I got to be a mommy. That's first. Yeah. You know,
before
so
everything.
I'm figuring it out. That's probably what weighs heavy on me every single day. Mm-hmm. Trying to be at two places at the same time.
Well, that makes me feel even more honored that you were able to carve some time out for me. Yes. In the middle of all this. And I feel a little guilty because you ain't got time to be here, but you here.
I rescheduled how many times? I rescheduled.
Hey, you here. That's all that matters to me. You know, I appreciate you coming out and having a conversation.
Thank you.
It's been a dope conversation so far. Like I said, we definitely got to have you back so you can launch the next part.
Exactly.
But with all that being said, is there anything? What have you learned? Like, what is one of the things that you've learned from being in business that people need to know about?
Whew.
I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot.
Me and my friend, we talked about this kind of sort of. You have to kind of almost get to on a personal kind of level when it comes to business. Customer service is the biggest thing into getting people to come back. Right. All growing up, I'm pretty sure when you first met me, I'm just nice. I'm sweet. I'm goofy. A lot of people come in the shop to talk. To have that, I don't know, they just need people to talk to. So I feel like I've learned that, yeah, I may be going through something or I might be having a bad day. But when I go into that shop, I kind of leave my personal and I go in as a business owner, as a employee, and do what I got to do to make that customer come back. Right. So if they come in and talk to me and they need to talk about something, I'm a therapist right now. They might be, and then they may spend $200. Right. I mean, customer service is your number one goal in business. I cannot stress this enough. It don't matter who's supporting you. It don't matter who's not supporting you. It don't matter who came back, who ain't been in here a year, or who come every day. I don't repeat nothing. And whatever I have to do to make that customer feel comfortable and want to come back, that's what I'm going to do. So that's what I've learned, that I don't care what I got to do. If you want me to sit here and listen to you for 3 hours and while you shopping, I'm going to do that.
I'm going to do it.
I'm going to sit here.
Take care of your people.
Take care of your people. And I love them all. I promise you. I don't repeat nothing. And I just listen. And then I'm always learning something. I have customers come in and they talk about real estate. Right. And I want to buy a house. I have people come in and talk about losing weight. I may be going to the doctor and he tells me, hey, you need to lose 5 pounds. You know, I know somebody. They come in the shop with me. You never know who you're going to meet or who to send somebody to you. Right. So I don't know. Customer service, man. I'm big on it. I'm big on it. And if I ever have to hire somebody, they got to have a personality like me. Right. I need you to be extra, extra friendly. I don't care what is going on. That customer need to be able to come back and say, hey, that girl over there at that shop, her employees, her shop, they are friendly. They're nice. You're going to get what you asked for. They listen. I mean, I don't know. That's what I learned. Having good customer service.
Customer service is everything.
I'm telling you.
I mean, if you don't believe it, just go somewhere and watch how they treat you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because I mean, the people that treat you the best, you gonna go back.
Exactly.
I don't care
every time.
I don't care what the price is. It's like sometimes you just go. Like, I mean, we could use Chick-fil-A because they at the top. They at the top of the customer service food chain. And they on point. So yes. They got good food too.
They do.
But the customer service is what gets you to come back. Really. So that's dope. That's a good tip that you drop.
So in order to win, you gotta have good customer service. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It goes hand in hand. That's how you get your money. So,
and then it's not necessarily about that sale.
Exactly.
It's about the feeling that you give your
exactly.
customers.
I love that positive feeling. Good vibes.
And then they know that you care.
Exactly. They know I care. I love them all.
And that's dope. So as we wrap up the interview, I always like to end with a too stubborn to fail moment. Basically, a moment where you had to overcome adversity and it just made you stronger afterward? What's that moment for you?
Ugh, I thought about this. I really couldn't think of too much, but I do remember when I gave up one time. Before I got the building, I didn't want to talk about it earlier, but I had got this vision of, instead of renting, giving my money away, like we don't like to do,
Right.
I wanted to own something. So I had this, map plan. I had done wrote it out, how I was going to do it, how my services was going to be, even planned out the building. I went and bought this like mobile type home, and it was going to be a boutique.
Right.
And I asked the guy that I rent from, is it okay that I put it there? He said, yeah. Got all this electricity done. I'm talking about I spent money. I got electricity put in. I got the walls insulated, like floors put in. Like, I'm finna turn this into a boutique. The profit that I had, I done spent it. The inspector came out. He's looking at it. He only had like 2 things that was wrong with it. Like, it was a tree leaning over. He wanted it cut down, and he needed like a cement thing. So my landlord pulled up. He was like, no. No. Like, I'm at the end.
Right.
I done all of this. I cried for like a week straight.
Oh, wow.
All of this money that I done spent. Like, I could have been winning, put a deposit down with Nixon and got a building. So that was that first year. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like, my whole plan
had to toss it.
It's gone. I didn't know what I was going to do. Right. Like, all my money that I done profit is gone.
Time.
Now I got to start over and figure out what I'm going to do. And it took me a couple months. And then my mom was like, if this is what you really want to do and your heart is in it, I promise you'll figure it out. She didn't tell me what to do. She said, you'll figure it out. And then I just started going around, like I said, looking around. And they always 1,000. Like I said, I came across him and he called me back and was like, hey, I got you something. It's so-and-so, a month. I was like, I can deal with it. And he was like, got you in a month. And like I said, I still was spending money. Right. Because I had to pay rent and I wasn't even in there yet. So now I got I end up telling my dad, like, hey, we on a time. Like, we're going to be in here by this day and I can't spend no more money or I ain't going to have no business. Right. But that right there, I had gave up. Because my whole little plan that in my head, it was gone. Right. It was a failure. Like, oh, maybe this ain't for me. That's what I was thinking. So that's why I gave up. Then it was like, no. You're going to keep going. You can do this. And I just started hustling. I started back getting inventory and profit. The same thing I did from day one. It just took a little longer. Right. In my head, I was like, oh, I'm ready to do this now. It wasn't my time. Right. It was not my time. And my time came. So, hey, I'm here a year later.
Man, but you stuck with it, though.
Yeah, it was hard.
That was the main thing. That was a hell of a 2 stubborn to fail moment. That might have been one of the best ones yet. I ain't gonna lie. You had me on the edge of my seat. I'm ready. That's dope. I appreciate you for sharing that today.
Thank you.
But before we get out of here, where can the people find you? Your social media, your website, address to the boutique.
Okay.
Just lay it all out.
You can find me at 839 Main Street, Suite F in Buffalo, South Carolina, 29321. My website is www.bendthetrends, with an S on trends, boutique.com. Let's see, what else you asked me to tell?
Just where they can find you.
Oh yeah, and then my social media, my Facebook is Shanika S. Thomas, and my business page is Bend the Trend Boutique. And it should pop up when you type in my name because it should be right up under it. Instagram is Shanika Thomas 90, same thing. Business page on Instagram is Ben D Trend Boutique _19, just because my Instagram is.
Somebody got to.
Yep. Let's see, Twitter, Shanika Thomas 90, because basically I took Twitter and just, it's business. Right. It ain't got nothing on there. TikTok, Shanika Thomas 90. I keep everything the same. And TikTok, I do model my clothes. You see the quality. You see how it runs on me, and I'm like an extra large 2X. Every Wednesday I post. I do be a little late on my website, but it's on there. It's coming. Because it's only me. Like I said, let's see what else. Like I said, I post. I'm constantly posting. So you'll see something every single day. If not, I do take off Sundays. It's my rest day. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm posting. So y'all check me out.
Well, y'all heard that. This has been another dope interview of the Too Stubborn to Fail podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. It's growing steadily. On the road to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
Yay.
So let's get the numbers up.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all. And we had Shanika Thomas in the building today, the owner of Bend the Trim Boutique, and we signing out.